they end up together.
Benjamin, can you drive?
Oh, sure. In fact, I got this cute little Mercedes.
Expect trouble with Private Benjamin.
Eileen Brennan and Lorna Patterson star in Private Benjamin, tonight at 6 on Channel 11.
I'll never forget my first one, ever. It's something you dream about.
That's the day you want the ball. You can't miss that one.
It's a tradition that's even older than me.
Opening day at Yankee Stadium. Now that's excitement.
Get your season combination plan or single game tickets at the Yankee Stadium advanced ticket window, open 7 days a week, 9 to 5, or at Tri-State Ticket World outlets.
Be a part of it. 1985 Yankees.
New York Stars and Stripes are flying again.
Moved now to the bottom half of the first inning with the Boston Red Sox coming to the plate. Let's check the Yankee defense. It'll be Don Mattingly at first base. Willie Randolph at second. Bobby Meacham will be the shortstop. Mike Pagliarulo at third. The outfield from left to right, Ken Griffey, Omar Marino, and Dave Winfield. Butch Weiniger will be behind the plate, and on the mound for the New York Yankees, 46-year-old Phil Niekro, coming off a good spring, coming off a record of 16-8 in 1984, and coming off a spring in which he says he feels better than he's felt in 7 or 8 years. You can see the condition of the field, by the way. The infield is in perfect condition. So we watch Niekro going through his warm-up pitches. But Phil looked good throughout the spring.
He really did, and he's the kind of guy that can go out there, and if you need him with just 2 days rest. He's got a tough lineup that he's facing today. And
may not be a tougher one in baseball.
And this guy, of course, is tough on everybody. Wade Boggs. There was only 1 year he didn't bat 300. That was his first year in pro ball in 1976. He only played 57 games at 263. Major league average, lifetime average, 344.
He had 361 as a rookie, at 325 last year. Had a slow start last year, but for mid-July last year, he hit nearly 360, 357.
No way to defense this guy. He sprays the ball all over. Strike one. Started him off with the knuckler. Butch Weiniger behind the plate. Strike two. Now right there you saw 2 different types of knuckleballs, Spencer. That one a little more speed on it. First one the slow one. He's got several. Ooh.
Broke inside.
Wicked one. In and down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's it. He's unbelievable. Just barely out of the reach of Niekro. A base hit for Boggs. 1 of 200 or more he's going to get this year.
He had 203 last year, 210 as a rookie. And this one, he just chops down at the knuckleball and bounces it over Niekro's head, and no chance for shortstop Bobby Meacham to come up with the ball. Knucksy went up high. He went up pretty good.
You know, he's an excellent fielding pitcher, just destined to be a base hit.
So the Red Sox have the lead runner on, and Dwight Evans comes to the plate.
And he had some kind of a year last year, came into his own. No score, bottom of the first, ball 1.
32 home runs last year, 104 RBIs, hit 295. Plays right field about as well as anybody in baseball. He, in my mind, with all the great players the Red Sox team has, he is just Mr. Consistency day after day.
Great arm, quick throw, and Boggs is back. Boggs, not too much of a threat to run. Had just 3 stolen bases last year. Lowe tried to slip the fastball by him, 2-0. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first, no score. You can see they're allowing the pitcher to blow on his pitching hand today, Spencer. Some days they don't do it. There's a strike, 2-1. I remember one game last year, one of the umpires, and it was cold, and he would not allow the pitcher to look at John McNamara, Red Sox new skipper. Well, given some signs. Let's see.
A little too much time. And Evans steps out.
And there's a double play ball. Meacham to Randolph. Back to first. The pitch is Delight. Beautifully executed. 2 men out.
6-4-3 on the double play. Red Sox have a tendency to hit into ground ball double plays. Jim Rice set the record last year with 36. Easy play for Meacham. The toss to Willie Randolph, and Randolph with a perfect pivot, and by 4 or 5, maybe could make it 7 or 8 steps. Dwight Evans is retired. And here is the hard-hitting Jim Rice with 2 men out here in the first inning.
All right, and you got a shot on that picture of Boggs getting out of the way. He had no chance to break up that double play. Got there so quickly. Ball 1.
You know, interesting figure, Phil, on grounding into double plays. Rice, this gentleman, holds the record with 36. Jackie Jensen second, Bobby Doerr third, Rice is fourth, Tony Armas is fifth.
Right, grounded to Meacham. And, and he tagged him. I don't know why Meacham eased up on that one, but no damage done. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. End to 1. The Yankees nothing and the Red Sox nothing.
Right, we move now to the top half of inning number 2. The Yankees coming to the plate. No score in this ball game. Boston coming up with 1 base hit in the first inning. A Wade Boggs bouncing single, but he was erased on a double play ball. And look at the skyline, the beautiful skyline of Boston, Massachusetts, as we're ready for the top half of inning number 2. Dennis Oil Can Boyd set to face the Yankees. Don Baylor, Ken Griffey, and Mike Pagliarulo. And that wind right now, Scooter, seems to be blowing a little bit out toward right field.
Yeah, it's switching around. I don't think it's going to hurt anything hit to left or to center. All right, Don Baylor steps in. Baylor finished up strong in spring training. Got off to a very slow start.
Wound up hitting .233 during the spring.
Check swing, bouncer to third, and nice hop to Boggs, and they got him. Oh, batters hate to waste the time at bat that way. Trying to hold up on the swing, the ball hits your bat.
So Baylor checking the swing, and the ball just bounced down to Wade Boggs. And an easy out to start off the top half of the second. Boggs comes in, makes the play easily, throwing on to Buckner for the first out here in the top half of the second inning. And talk about good springs. This young man had it.
Oh, Ken Griffey. Yes, he did. And it was good to see him. He didn't play early. Foul back, strike 1 at Nick Gedman. These catches are tough. They don't like to rub, show that they're injured.
Griffey at .429 during the spring. Sprayed the ball all over.
Yep. Looked good in left field too. Didn't seem to have any problems with the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball must have dipped down a little.
Yeah.
Griffey had a good cut. Ball and 2 strikes. As each inning passes, Oil Can get more and more confident. A slow bouncer kicks foul.
There's that pregame excitement, and then the game starts, and that kind of changes pretty quickly. But you, as you say, you do gain confidence as you go along.
Yes, as you go along, when things are going well. Right now they're going very well for Mr. Boyd. Ball and 2 strikes on Ken. No score, top of the second. Ken, he bounces around. Oh, a beautiful breaking pitch. Really handcuffed Griffey that time, Spencer.
Ball just curved in and dropped down for Boyd's second strikeout of the ball game, and a 1-2 pitch. Ken Griffey is caught. Watch, comes up high, looks high, and then dips down beautifully for a called third strike, and there are 2 men away. That's a pretty pitch.
Yeah, it really is. All right, here's Pags. Last year when Pags played his first game up here, he trying so hard he just couldn't do it. But he said he's more relaxed now in front of the hometown folks. Strike 1. One and one.
That same sinking curveball that time, Phil.
Yep.
That he got Griffey out on.
You know, strange teams used to come in here, Spencer, and load up with right-hand hitters, regardless of who was pitching. But today, the Yankees have a ton of left-hand batters in there against Oil Can. Back to the screen, 2 balls and a strike.
And I think if you think too much about it, it winds up hurting you. And I think that Rich Gedman, good example.
Yeah.
Thought home run, thought home run.
Well, that's what used to hurt the Red Sox in the old days. They just load up with right-hand hitters that could hit that wall. They'd go on the road, and then they'd be in trouble. 3 balls and a strike. Pags started to go for that one, laid off.
If I were a pitcher, I don't know if I'd want to come up here. I mean, this is not a, you know, especially a left-handed pitcher like Mel Parnell.
Yep.
Amazing the amount of games he won here for the Sox.
Ball 4. Good eye by Pags. Second walk given up by Oil Can. Aliarulo at first base. And Butch Weiniger will be the batter.
Butch started off slowly this spring. He was on a diet over the winter. Took off 15 pounds. He began to hit the ball near the end of training.
Ripped to right. That's in for fair ball off the wall. And Pagliarulo is coming around. They waving him in. Good play by Gene Michael. Holy cow. I was surprised Evans threw that ball to second base. He realized his mistake after he threw it. And Gene Michael, Spencer, very alertly waving Pags in, and there's a run that the Yankees should not have had.
May have had an opportunity, considering Evans' arm, to throw Pagliarulo out at the plate. That ball ripped down the line, very nearly touched by a fan. It'll roll into the corner. Evans, who has that great arm, you see Pagliarulo digging around the bases. Evans didn't hesitate. He just threw the ball immediately to second, and you'll see the stick. Well, you couldn't quite see Gene Michael, but he waved Pagliarulo on when he saw that ball coming into second, and somebody forgot to tell Michael not to bother to slide because he dove across the plate, and the Yankees lead it by a score of 1-0 on Weiniger's double.
Heads up baseball by Gene Michael and Mike Pagliarulo. So in with a double is Weiniger. The Yankees lead 1-0. And Meacham rips a base hit to right. Now Weiniger's going to have to hurry.
He's going to make it.
Yep. The ball was slow getting out to the outfield. And the Yankees really hustling, lead 2-0 here in the top of the second.
That's a consideration, too. We talked about the snowfall overnight here in Boston. That ball is not going to skip out too much on that natural grass out in this outfield. The infield was covered, and it kind of died after it got beyond the infield, and there was no play at the plate as we take a look at Bobby Meacham cracking the ball on the first pitch for a base hit to right field. And there is Weiniger rounding third, coming to the plate. Evans uncorks a pretty good throw, which Buckner lets go toward the plate, and moving down to second on the throw to the plate is Meacham. So the Yankees have another runner in scoring position and lead it by a score of 2-0.
All right, you heard the interview with Bill White and Clyde King prior to the start of the game, and Clyde was saying how happy he was with the play of Pags and with Bobby Meacham. And they're proving it here. 1 ball. Omar Marino hit back to the box his first time up. So Boyd sailing along very well till he walked Pags with 2 out. Double by Weiniger, single by Meacham. Yanks lead 2-0. One and one. Little Scroogey on that pitch.
Yeah, he messes with that screwball quite a bit. Gets him into trouble sometimes.
I guess when it hangs up there a little bit. Omar had asked for time. goes again. One ball, 2 strikes on Marino. There's Bobby Meacham leading off second. As soon as the ball's hit, he'll be off. Broken bat grounded to short, and Gutierrez throws him out. Good arm on Gutierrez. But the Yankees pick up 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, a man left. At the end of an inning and a half, the Yankees 2, the Red Sox nothing, and we'll pause now for station identification.
In 3/4, driving in more than 100 runs, getting more than 200 hits, 20 home runs, and 40 doubles, all in a single season. Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, and Roger Maris never did it. But Don Mattingly did, and last year became only the 3rd person in Yankee history to do it. Oh, you may have heard of the other 2 guys, Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Yankee Baseball. Catch it on Channel 11.
With Phil Rizzuto and Bill White, Spencer Ross back here at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. The opener for the New York Yankees, the home opener, takes place next Tuesday at Yankee Stadium against the Chicago White Sox. The Yankees with 2 runs, 2-out rally against Dennis Oil Can Boyd, and Phil Niekro with a 2-run lead as we move now to the bottom half of the second. Niekro will face designated hitter Mike Easler, and Tony Armas, and Bill Buckner. Doesn't get easier in that Red Sox batting order.
No, the first 7 men are really tough. All of them can hit the ball out of the park. Boggs not that often, but he makes up for it with his base hits. Easler last year batted .315 against the Yankees. Ball 1.
He likes this ballpark too, Philly. At .375 here at Fenway last year. Overall .313.
It's great for a left-hand batter. He adjusted very well. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, if you don't think home run and you're a left-handed hitter in this ballpark, you can have a field day. There's so much room in this park.
He tried to slip a high fastball by Easler, but he jumped all over it, line single or right. And you saw the way that ball, when it hit the ground, really picked up mud and just about stopped.
That's going to be a problem, as you saw with Dwight Evans in the top half of the second inning. Here's the pitch coming in high and crowding Easler a bit, but he gets the bat around quickly and just knocks it into right field. And there you see it just boom.
Right, left, right.
You wouldn't want to play golf in this field.
No, wouldn't want to putt. All right, Tony Armas. He came up with some kind of a year last year.
Over the last 5 years, he's hit more home runs than anybody in the American League. Last year, 123 RBIs, led the American League.
Yeah. He led him in homers, also in strikeouts. 156 times. That's a lot of strikeouts.
He's looking, even looks at the wall, even when he's not on the plate. Now he's checking down at third base.
1 ball, no strikes on Armas. Uh-oh. That's either gone or off. No, that's gone. That's way up in the screen. A knuckleball that didn't knuckle, and quickly the ball game is tied up at 2 apiece. I mean, he had an easy swing at that, Spencer. We could look at that again.
Pitch was up high. Armas stayed with it. And the Red Sox are on the board, and this ball game is tied at 2-2.
Well, we mentioned the tough batting order that any pitcher has to face against these Red Sox.
Here's the pitch. You'll see it's going to come in high. Actually, just about belt high, actually. And he got under it beautifully and just cracked it out of the ballpark. And we're tied at 2.
All right, Bill Buckner will be the batter. Nobody out. Fooled on that knuckler, 1-1. That's why you can never get too many runs at Fenway Park. 2 balls and a strike. Last opening day that the Yankees faced the Red Sox, they lost 15-5 here.
That was back in '73. Ron Blomberg went into the history books as the first designated hitter.
Oh, Ronnie made history, and now he's vice president of a marketing company down in Atlanta. Three balls and a strike on Buckner. Ball 4. Home runs will shake anybody up, even the veteran Niekro.
Let's take another look. Tony Armas. Just about belt high, and Armas gets under it, and it hits way up on the screen, about midway up on the screen for a 2-run home run to tie the ball game up at 2-2. And now the Red Sox have the lead run down at first base, and the left-handed catcher Rich Gedman.
All right, Gedman, as Spencer told you, had a great year last year with the home runs and RBIs, but he's a good double play man. You get him to hit on the ground, not too much speed. Strike 1. And last year against the Yankees, he batted just 192. Nobody out. There's a double play. Willie Randolph. Oh, Meacham fell down. He got his foot too close to the bag, and as he went to move and slide across, it caught on the bottom of the bag, and he just fell down.
Perfect double play, as you said, Phil. Gedman cracking it to Willie Randolph, makes a good throw to Meacham. There's plenty of time. Gedman's slow, but as you said, it was his right foot. Just caught on the top of the bag. As we watch Buckner make it down a second. There you see it. He's lucky he didn't get hurt badly.
And he held on to the ball, fortunately. So there's one out. Boy, those little missed double plays can be troublesome. So Marty Barrett steps in. Not too much of a threat for the long ball, but he sprays the ball around. Strike 1.
Does not strike out much. Protects the plate very well. As we mentioned earlier, took over at second base when Jerry Remy's knee went out on him last year. Wound up hitting .303. Led the American League second baseman in fielding.
Line to right, but right at Winfield. Fires it back to first, but not in time. 2 away. Fans sitting up every place they can find to watch the. That's a dangerous spot that one kid's on that billboard.
Wow.
That is high.
That's my kid. Get down there. His mom's watching. She's on her way to the ballpark right now.
Jackie Gutierrez takes the ball from Niekro. He was a very pleasant surprise for the Red Sox last year.
That's tough when you replace that whole middle of your infield.
Yep.
One swoop, and the Red Sox did.
2-0. Not often you can do that, be successful.
Terrace hit 263, committed a lot of errors. But the errors dropped down when Buckner joined this ball club. He saves a lot of errors by the infielders.
Strike 1, 2-1. Phil Niekro. Butch Weiniger with the big glove. What a job Weiniger does handling Niekro in a knuckleball. Strike 2. Phillips took a little extra time watching that one. Made the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 2-2 the score in the bottom of the second. Broken bat, little soft liner to Meacham. But he caught it. For the Red Sox, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. At the end of 2, it's the Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
Yankees with 2 runs on 2 hits. Red Sox 2 runs on 3 hits as we move now to the top half of inning number 3. A 2-run homer by Tony Armas, tying the ball game up after the Yankees had grabbed the lead in the top of the second, and a walk to Pagliarulo, a run-scoring double by Weiniger, and an RBI single by Bobby Meacham. Sellout crowd here at Boston's Fenway Park, one of the old ballparks built along the configurations of the street lines. They don't build them like that anymore. And that's unfortunate.
It is, because this is a beautiful park. I'd say to watch a game, the fans are really lucky. They're right on top of the action. Willie Randolph, who walked his first time up, will lead off here in the top of the 3rd. Ball 1. Two balls, no strikes. A walk got Boyd in trouble in the second inning with 2 out, walking Pagliarulo. Three and nothing. I don't know what there is about Willie Randolph that makes him so tough to pitch to. He's not small. He doesn't crowd the plate.
Walked 86 times last year, Phil.
Strike 1, 3-1. Now he can take a rip at that left field wall. Didn't pull it. Hit it well. And Evans makes the catch.
Hit the ball very well, about 360 feet away, out toward right center field. An easy play for Evans, who had to shield his eyes from the sun, for the first out here in the top half of inning number 3. 2-2 ball game, Yankees and the Red Sox, and here's Don Mattingly.
All right, Mattingly struck out on a bad pitch his first time up. Strike 1.
Was that screwball again, Phil?
Yep. It's tough on those left-hand batters, especially if they're trying to pull it. 1-1.
Got to be tough on a right-hander's arm. That's going to be possibly the most difficult pitch.
Or a left-hander's arm if they throw. Remember Carl Hubble.
That's right.
2 balls, 1 strike. His arm is bent now at an angle and just can't straighten it out. Pulled foul outside of first. 2-2. That right foot back just a little bit from the left foot. And now Boyd wants to look at the signs again. Pop that's playable. Boggs. One hands it, and 2 men are out. Very seldom you see Mattingly go 0 for 2 so easily.
Struck out swinging, and an easy pop fly to the third baseman. And here's Dave Winfield for his second at bat of the ball game.
Dave flying to left. Boyd really pitched him well that first time up. Jammed him on that pitch that he popped up to left field. Top of the 3rd, score tied 2-2. Ooh, big slow curve. Well, if you get hit with that one, it doesn't hurt. Crowd reacts, but
you get hit with anyone, it hurts. It smarts, and this one up high, and Winfield just moves himself back. That looked like a Scroogey that got away a little, Phil.
Could have been. It was a breaking pitch. So he's trying to pitch Winfield inside, which is not a bad idea as long as you don't make a mistake. 2-0. On deck, Don Baylor in the background. He's shaking off 2 signs. 3-0. Ball 4. Dave better be careful. You can't be too nonchalant up there. On 3-0 to come that close. 3rd walk given up by Oil Can. I don't know whether Winfield said something to Boyd. Boyd saying it right back to him, but
Winfield still saying. A couple of those pitches coming close to David.
See, when you like this, you're not expecting the ball inside. You're not ready to move back, and it wasn't really that close.
Well, Dave wasn't quite ready there.
No. Winfield back. This is great. Crowd loves it. And as long as nobody gets hurt, it's all right. Winfield at first, 2 men out. Got him. Strike 1. One on.
Boyd really doesn't have as good control.
Nope.
Thus far, Phil.
Ooh, he had his pitch that time, fouled it right off the mask of Gedman.
Your theory about Baylor in the spring with all those muscles takes him a while to get him loosened.
Yes, absolutely. Right now it's tough in this kind of weather. Two out, 2-2 the score. Back and out of play. He's walked 1 man in each of these first 3 innings. Oil Can. And the 2-out walk got him in trouble last inning. Low. 2-2.
Sellout crowd here. You had a tough time getting to the ball.
Yes.
So let me tell you.
I had a cab driver who had a hearing aid.
He took
it out when the guy told him who I was.
Look at Gutierrez is playing.
Yeah, well, you can't blame him.
Took the hearing aid out, and he took you where he wanted to go.
That's right, and I was screaming at him. I had to get out of the cab and walk. Struck him out on a good breaking pitch. 3rd strikeout for Oil Can. No runs, hits, errors, 1 man left. At the end of 2 1/2, Yankees 2 and the Red Sox 2.
We move now to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Yankees and Red Sox all tied at 2. 3 other games in the American League today. Cleveland's at Detroit. They're in the 4th inning. They're tied at 1-1. Bert Blyleven against Jack Morris. Texas at Baltimore. Charlie Huff against Storm Davis. That ball game in the 3rd inning is scoreless. And Toronto and Kansas City. Toronto leads it by a score of 1-0 in the 2nd inning. Dave Stieb against Bud Black. Right here we're tied at 2. We move to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Phil Niekro giving up a 2-run home run to Tony Armas in the 2nd inning. We'll move to the top of the Red Sox batting order and Wade Boggs. Scooter.
All right, Boggs bounced a single over Niekro's head into center field. His first time up. Ball 1.
You hit against some knuckleballers. Patience.
Oh.
Patience, the biggest thing.
Very much so. Can't swing from the heels. 2 balls and a strike. Boggs was at bat 625 times last year, struck out only 44. So he gets a piece of the ball and couldn't slip the fastball by him, but he fouled it back out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the 3rd.
See Niekro blowing on his fingers. The sun is shining here in Boston. Temperatures about game time was 48 degrees.
A soft fly to shallow left, but Griffey's there and makes the catch. They get the tough Boggs one away. Yeah, they were very lucky to get this game in, Spencer. You mentioned the snowstorm. Weird snowstorm very early this morning.
Doesn't look like anything here, but as I said earlier, you could walk out of this press box right now. We could get a few snowballs together and have a pretty good snowball fight. They did a real good job in getting this field playable. Had the tarp on all night long, and the outfield in fairly good shape. It's slow out there, though.
All right, Evans bounced into a double play first time up, ball 1.
They have that substance that they put on the field, which absorbs moisture. Danny Litweiler, who you remember Danny?
Oh yes.
Coached at Florida State, Michigan State, had a substance called Diamond Grit. That's a trade name, and I'm sure there are others right now, but they use it in a lot of baseball fields in the big leagues.
It's like that kitty litter, isn't it? Use it to soak up the oil in your garage.
That's not what they use kitty litter for. Oh, that's what you use it for.
Yeah, I don't have a cat. Strike call, 2-1. He did not swing as they appealed to the first base umpire, and Jerry Neudecker emphatically said no swing. 3-1.
Well, let's take another look at it. Dwight Evans. Did he go around?
No, he did a good job.
Held that bat back.
Good job of holding it back. Line to right center, and that's in, rolling to the wall. And Evans will have a stand-up double. Boy, he hit that like a bullet. Niekro tried to slip the fastball by him on 3-1.
No chance for Winfield on this one as he played it off the wall on a couple of bounces. And Dwight Evans cracks a double off that right field wall. There you see Winfield chasing it down, and a stand-up double for Dwight Evans with 1 man out here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. We're tied at 2, and the Red Sox have the lead run in scoring position with Jim Rice.
All right, Rice bounced to short his first time up. That was the 4th hit off Niekro. One man out. Bounce foul outside of 3rd.
That was a milestone double for Dwight Evans, a 300th career double for Dwight Evans.
One ball, 1 strike. That last picture of Evans, you saw the old scoreboard here, which they will not get rid of. They have a new one high out in center field, but that old one is really trademark. High foul beyond a play down the right side, back into the seats. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's part of the uniqueness of this ballpark.
Yes.
There's a scoreboard that gives you balls and strikes just with lights that come on. You know, the big lights, and they flash it on. Counts 1 and 2. That's the quaintness of Old Fenway.
Ooh, wicked knuckleball. Good job by Weiniger. Save a wild pitch. 2-2.
Weiniger getting that glove out and protecting it nicely, keeping Evans from going to third. And the count goes even at 2-2.
Oh, another great play by Weiniger. Holy cow, I don't know how he came up with that one.
This one he had a backhand on the short hop. Watch Weiniger this time. Ball sails outside on the knuckler, and a good backhand play by Butch Weiniger. So he saves back-to-back potential wild pitches. And Niekro's run the count full at 3-2.
Ball 4. Trying to be very careful with Jim Rice. Second walk given up by Niekro.
Well, runners at first and second. I want to remind you, opening day just around the corner. The Yankees open the '85 home season next Tuesday, April 16th, against the White Sox. Tickets on sale now. Make plans. The Yankee Stadium advanced ticket windows open daily from 9 to 5, or visit any Tri-State Ticket World outlet. For more information, call Ticket World toll-free 1-800-682-8080. Mickey Mantle will throw out the first ball. Here's Mike Easler.
All right, Easler takes a knuckleball down low. He lined a single to right field and scored ahead of Amis's homer. One man out. 2-2 the score. 2 balls, no strikes. Every once in a while, Spencer, Phil Niekro gets this little bit of a wild streak with that knuckleball, and it just breaks too much.
And he has not had control on the last 2 batters.
Nope.
Against Rice and right here against Easler. Yogi Berra with Gene Michael alongside. There you see the runners leading away.
And that one in the dirt. 3-0. Oh, Easler or Amos know they're going to get a fastball or 2. There's 1 and it's a strike. 3-1. Another one fouled back, so he got away with 2 of them. Now it's a full count. See what McNamara is going to do. A little tough to run the guy at second with a left-hand batter up on a strikeout. Short throw to third, nobody blocking the catcher.
And Evans really not that much of a threat on the bases.
They're not going, and he foul tip. Just barely got a piece of it. And the runners would have been able to advance, but again, Easler would have been out. He could not run if he swings and misses.
Another consideration, Armas on deck.
Yep.
I wouldn't run him now.
No.
Would you?
Good thought. No.
I don't think Tony'd like it very much.
No, he wouldn't. Another foul over our heads, out of play. Still 3-2, 1 out. Runners at first and second. Score tied, 2 apiece. Fans all around. The United States can't wait for the opening day. Got another piece of it. Niekro's finding the strike zone now after falling behind 3-0. There's Dwight Evans at second. Big Jim Rice over at first. Trying to keep that pitching hand warm. Low, and the bases are loaded. Yogi Berra manages to get gray hair Base on balls. And Mark Connor's going to come out.
Here's the 3-2 pitch to Mike Easler. Breaks down and low. And there's ball 4. Third walk issued by Niekro, and a big one. The base is loaded now. And there is some activity down in the Yankee bullpen. Bob Shirley heating up down in the Yankee bullpen here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning as Niekro getting into some control problem. Here's Tony Armas, who got the Red Sox on the board with a 2-run home run into the screen in the 2nd inning. Bases loaded, only 1 man out.
All right. Strike 1.
Can hear the buzz in the crowd.
1-1. This knuckleball is really dancing. Oh, that one really dipped down. Ball and 2 strikes.
Niekro trying to dig out of this one. And that knuckleball dances down, and Armas swings right through it to make the count 1-2. Armas has a propensity to hitting the ground ball double play also. 83, hitting the 31. It's 5th in the all-time list. And that first 5 again, all Boston Red Sox. Little bit of a talk here. Butch Weiniger out to talk to Phil Niekro.
1 ball, 2 strikes, only 1 man out. Big threat for the Red Sox here. Oh, man. He was really fooled. He started to back away, wanted to swing, just kind of chopped at it. Big strikeout for Niekro.
And that one did not dip down. And I think Armas perhaps was anticipating it. This one just stayed right up, and Armas just made a half stroke at it. And Niekro has his first strikeout, and there are 2 men away. That's the way I used to swing, Scooter.
That's why you went to basketball.
That's right.
All right, he's still got the tough Bill Buckner to contend with. Buckner walked his first time up. Willie Randolph in now to talk with Niekro.
We thought we had some snow here in Cincinnati, where they have the traditional opener. That game has been resumed. They had a snow delay also. And here is Buckner, dangerous man with men in scoring position. At .352 last year with runners in scoring position.
All right, ball 1 to Buckner. Niekro does not want to get behind and have to come in with that fastball. Ball 2 in the dirt. Strange had excellent control with Armas after being wild to Rice and Easler. I figure he's got to throw the fastball. Percentages with the pitcher, even with a fastball. When you figure there's so few 300 hitters, they make out 7 out of every 10 times at bat. 3-0.
We're going to see one here. There's John McNamara down in the Red Sox dugout. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-0 count. Dwight Evans down at 3rd. He started with a double. Jim Rice on at 2nd, and over at 1st, Mike Easler.
Strike 1. You call that from wherever you're watching the game. 3-1. Oh, ball 4. Missed inside, and that'll force in a run. The Red Sox take the lead as Evans scores 3-2. Double and 3 walks in the inning.
And an RBI for Bill Buckner as Phil Niekro having his control problems here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Yogi Berra has Bob Shirley warming up in the bullpen. And Rich Gedman stepping in.
Gedman bounced into a force play his first time up. Ball 1. Looks like he's trying to put too much on the knuckleball. Bounce foul, 1-1.
It's really been dipping down.
Yep.
The knuckler.
Ooh, that one got away right as it left his fingers, or knuckles. 2 balls and a strike.
Looking back at Armas' strikeout, he did anticipate that ball going down, which it has been for Niekro.
Yeah, a lot of times even a knuckleball pitcher doesn't know which way it's going to break. Foul back into the seats. 2-2. It's a big out for Niekro. Still right in the ball game. Red Sox lead 3-2. Tough keeping those fingers warm in this weather. Another foul into the seats. And out.
Been a long inning for Niekro. Double, 3 walks. Red Sox have taken the lead. Control problems. Frankie Frisch used to say.
Yeah. Oh, those bases on balls.
Oh.
Yeah, 3 walks. You throw a lot of pitches in the inning. Oh, count 3-2. The runners will be going. Full count. That's it. That was close, but it's ball 4 and another run is forced across the plate. RBI for Gedman, and the Red Sox lead 4-2. Yogi doesn't know what to do right now. 5 walks.
And 4 of them here in this inning. And the Red Sox have taken a 4-2 lead and only 1 base hit in this inning. And the bases remain loaded. Here's the 3-2 pitch.
How close it was. Tried to come back, but couldn't come back. Strike 1. Marty Barrett lined to right field his first time up. One on one. Foul back. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The knuckleball pitcher, it seems, you get it back as quickly as you lose it.
Yep.
And if you ask him why he lost it, it's kind of tough to tell.
It is.
And answer why.
Well, he's got to get Barrett out, or he could be out of this ball game. Another knuckler. He struck him out, and the bat went flying. But the Red Sox pick up 2 runs on just 1 base hit. No errors, 3 men left. Spencer Ross and Bill White will carry you along. At the end of 3, it's the Red Sox 4 and the Yankees 2.
The best way to tackle a hot job.
6 inches tall, 220 pounds, with an arm like a rifle. Dave Winfield, named to the All-Star team for 8 consecutive years, winner of 3 straight Gold Gloves, and last year batted .340. 1984 was Dave Winfield's finest season as a Yankee, and 1985 looks even better. Yankee baseball. Catch it on Channel 11.
We move now to the top of the 4th inning. Sellout crowd here in Boston. You can see the coats. A chilly day. Temperature under 50 degrees. Snow this morning. Yankees are trailing in the ball game by a score of 4-2. Welcome to Bill White. And a tough inning for Phil Niekro.
Tough inning for Niekro. Threw a lot of pitches. He thought he had a strikeout on Gedman when he walked in the 2nd run, but nobody yelled too much, so it was a close play. They got an extra run out of that.
So 4-2. We move to the 4th inning. It'll be Ken Griffey, Mike Pagliarulo, and Butch Weiniger to face Dennis Oil Can Boyd. And the Yankees have a base hit. Ken Griffey, who struck out swinging his first at bat, hits one to center, and the Yankees have the lead runner on as we start play here in the top half of the 4th inning.
Here it is again. It's just a fastball. It turns over a little bit, and Griffey waits on it well. And he's continuing the hot hitting he showed us this spring when he hit over 400 for the Yankees in Lauderdale.
You could see as that ball skidded, really skidded out to the outfield, just how wet the outfield grass is here. So here's Mike Pagliarulo representing the tying run. Yankees trailing 4-2. Got on the board first with 2 runs in the top of the 2nd inning. A walk to Pagliarulo, a double by Weiniger scored 1. Meacham sent Weiniger home with a single to right. Red Sox countered with 2 in the bottom half. Good play at first base by Buckner on the line drive for the double play. Bill Buckner.
Well, the unassisted double play. Buckner did what he was supposed to. He's holding Griffey on. He bounces out a couple of steps. Here's a ball down to Pagliarulo. Buckner is right there as he bounced off the bag a couple of steps. Makes a play easily. On his knees, he'll get up. Griffey already starting toward second base. Can't get back. Good play by Bill Buckner.
Plays first base so very, very well. 2 men are out, and now Butch Weiniger, who drove home the Yankees' first one with a double to right field, in which Dwight Evans made a questionable play throwing to second. He might have had an opportunity to get Pagliarulo at the plate, Bill.
He would have had to have hit his cutoff man, probably the first baseman, Buckner, and Buckner throw the ball on in, and I think Michael would have held Pagliarulo at third.
Fastball down low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Butch Weiniger. Yankees batting here in the 4th, trailing 4-2. 2-1.
Looks like the catcher Gedman having some problems holding that slider. This kid, Oil Can Boyd, is quite a character. He throws what he calls a backdoor screwball. Now, even John McNamara, his manager, doesn't know what that is.
Outside ball 3.
And he throws a slider ball, a sidearm fastball, and a sidearm curveball.
He's begun to screwball in pretty well,
especially against the left-handers. Here's another pitch off Gedman.
That's ball 4, and for Oil Can Boyd, his 4th walk of the ball game, and that's unlike him.
Well, you got to feel that ball is really moving for Gedman not to be able to control it. That pitch is down and in. Let's watch it again. Weiniger waiting. Ball's right down in there, and just a routine fastball that bounced off Gedman's glove. So the ball really didn't move that much. He's just throwing the ball past his catcher.
So the Yankees with a runner at first now, 2 men away, and Bobby Meacham, who drove home the Yankees' 2nd run with a single to right back in the 2nd inning. That gave the Yankees a 2-0 lead that Armas erased in the bottom half of the inning, and then Niekro with the control problems in the bottom of the third. Red Sox getting 2 more runs. Well, Gedman's out at the mound right now, talking with Oil Can Boyd, apparently about what we were just discussing.
Well, Oil Can should be talking to Gedman because those are fastballs that he's just not handling. Rather than Gedman talking to Oil Can. Hey, you've got to catch that fastball in there.
There's a fastball outside. Gedman made 18 errors last year. That's a large amount of errors for a catcher.
It is. Normally a catcher can go through a season with only 1 or 2. Most of those would be on throwing.
Here's that screwball in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Bobby Meacham.
Of course, the key stat with the catcher is the number of pass balls he's charged with.
Unless he happens to be catching a lot of knuckleballs.
Yeah.
Then you throw that out. One pitch coming. Strike 2. 1-2 to Bobby Meacham. 2 men are out here in the top of the 4th. Yankees are trailing it 4-2. Red Sox 4 runs, 4 hits. Yankees 2 runs, 3 hits. Oh, got the fastball by him. Strike 3 swinging. Oil Can Boyd has his 4th strikeout of the ball game for the Yankees in the top of the 4th. No runs, 1 hit. There were no errors. 1 man left on base through 3 1/2. Red Sox lead it 4-2.
New York Yankee baseball are Canon. So advanced. Canon is the world's leader in 35mm photography. Citibank. When you bank at Citibank, it's your city. Con Edison serving New York and Westchester.
Bottom half of inning number 4. Jackie Gutierrez will lead it off for the Boston Red Sox. Boston sent 8 men to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd. Had only 1 base hit. Phil Niekro walked 4 men. That came after Dwight Evans doubled with 1 man away, and the Red Sox had 2 runs. Gutierrez lined a shortstop in his first at bat and fouls this one away. Strike 1. Niekro outside. Ball 1-1 strike. He's been outside of the right-hand hitters and outside of the left-hand.
Well, he's still struggling, trying to find the range.
Third baseman Mike Pagliarulo to Mattingly, and a quick out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 5-3.
We've seen Niekro in the past throw that knuckleball from 4 or 5 different positions, trying to take advantage of the wind currents.
Hey, many pitchers throw it slow enough to take advantage of wind currents. He throws that knuckleball up there.
We've seen him do that too, straight overhand, change up knuckleball.
This is Wade Boggs. Boggs singled to center his first at bat and then fly to left, so he's 1 for 2.
Boggs seldom hits the ball to the right side of the infield, slaps everything the other way.
Did it that time. Meacham to Mattingly. 2 men are away here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 2 ground balls.
Meacham quickly, knowing that Boggs hits that way, moves quickly to his left, stays down on the ball, right down, watches it into his glove, and then throws the ball like he should throw it all the time. That little underhand flip, which is a lot more accurate for him than his overhand throws.
So 2 quick outs here for the Red Sox. Bottom of the 4th, and Dwight Evans. Evans grounded into a double play, short to second to first, and then double to right. That started things off for the Red Sox in the 3rd inning. And there were 4 bases on balls, and the Red Sox had 2 runs across the plate and only 1 base hit. Here's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oof. Trying to turn the ball over, didn't it seem like?
Well, a little knuckle curve, sort of. We probably haven't given Weininger, last year I know we did, but in this ball game, Weininger is doing an excellent job of stopping pitches from getting by him. He's stopped a lot of balls that could have been wild pitches. He has done an excellent job with his glove here with Niekro this afternoon.
Particularly last inning with all those men on base. Here's a 2-1 pitch. And the count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Yankees are trailing by a score of 4-2. Opening day here in Boston. Tomorrow a day off. And then 2 more games here in Boston, Wednesday and Thursday.
We'll be back on the air Sunday in Cleveland.
And a home opener a week from tomorrow. Hit deep left field. Say bye-bye. Home run.
Well, he got that knuckleball up. There was no doubt about that one. The wind blowing straight out. And that went well over the netting in left field. And it's now 5-2 Boston. Evans being congratulated by Jim Rice. Oh, that's Mike Easler. Here it is again. This ball is up just a little bit, and Evans gets under it. And once you get it up in the air, started toward that short fence and left, you know it's going to be a home run.
You see the reaction from Phil Niekro. 5-2 ball game. Dwight Evans, who had 32 last season, puts another run on the board for the Red Sox. And here's Jim Rice. Rice takes a strike in the first pitch. Strike 2, outside corner, 0-2. Rice bounced to short, walked and scored the Red Sox 4th run of the ball game.
This might be Niekro's last inning, Spencer. I see left-hander Bob Shirley up throwing again. Shirley was up last inning. There's Shirley. He was up last inning, but Berra stayed with Niekro.
Yankees down by 3. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to big Jim Rice. Rice had .510 against the Yankees last year. 1-2. Check it. 2-2. Got him on the curve. Strike 3 swinging. So Rice goes down swinging, but the Red Sox come up with a run. 1 run, 1 hit. There were no Yankee errors. We've gone through 4 now, and the Boston Red Sox lead the New York Yankees 5-2.
And the Cleveland Indians have come back. They now lead Detroit 4-3 in the 6th inning. Texas leading Baltimore 1-0 in the 5th. And it's Toronto 1, Kansas City 0 in the 4th inning. Right here, it's Boston 5, Yankees 2, as the Yankees try to get a little closer here in the 5th inning. Spencer?
You see those clouds overhead, but we've had basically a sunny day here in Boston after the early morning snow, and Omar Marino will lead it off. It'll be the top of the Yankee batting order. Marino, Willie Randolph, and Don Mattingly. Should anybody get aboard? Dave Winfield. Marino 0 for 2, bounced to the pitcher and grounded to short. Dennis Oil Can Boyd comes inside. Ball 1, 1-0. Strike 1 on the fastball. Boyd has walked 4, struck out 4, and given up 3 base hits. And had a little trouble with his catcher. There's a good fastball. Strike 2. He's only 155 pounds, Bill.
6'1", 155. Reminds you a bit of Ron Guidry when he first came up. Willowy, thin, good fastball, excellent slider. This kid, though, has picked up a screwball somewhere.
He's also picked up a flair. He has a style about him. His dad played in the old Negro leagues with the Homestead Grays, and a little bit he if he were old enough and ever saw Satchel Paige pitch, I think he might have picked up some of the things from him, because he has that kind of color, Bill.
Yeah, he's got that kind of color.
Right. Marino He's got himself a base hit. Tony Armas cuts it off and throws it back to the infield. Long single for Omar Moreno. I think we were on a different wavelength right that time, Mr. White.
Here it is again. A fastball. It was a breaking ball that Moreno stayed with and drills it into right center. We talked about the field being a little soft earlier, and that ball will hit and getting over quickly. That was Tony Armas. And Moreno has to hold with a single.
So the Yankees have the lead runner on base here in the top of the 5th inning, and here's Willie Randolph. Red Sox lead at 5-2. Inside, ball 1.
You know, this kid has been pitching inside and getting away with it. Of course, he's been in badly, especially with Dave Winfield. He wants to keep the ball in on Winfield and probably on Baylor.
There's a fastball right down the pipe. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Randolph likes that ball away so he can go to the right side.
He came way inside to Winfield last time.
Yeah, even on the 3-0 pitch came inside. Upset Winfield a little bit, but
1-1 pitch fouled away. Count goes 1 ball and 2 strikes to Willie Randolph. Could be 2. Gutierrez, and just the force play at second base. Gutierrez to Barrett, and a good slide into second base by Marino. So on the force, 6-4. There's 1 man away.
This was a tailor-made double play, but somehow the Red Sox a little bit slow completing the thing. Of course, Moreno goes in on Barrett right here, and should have gotten that double play though, as Willie beat the throw. We get another angle here. Here's Barrett. Takes a little bit of time getting a ball out of the glove and didn't really get a good throw off to the first baseman, Billy Buckner.
Buckner made a nice play there. Keep it from going for an error. And here's Mattingly. Left field. It is deep. Back toward the wall, but on the warning track, Jim Rice makes the catch. Randolph playing halfway. Comes back to first base. And they're now 2 men away. You can never tell about those little pop flies here at Fenway Park.
Not when they're hit toward that monster out there. They call it the green monster, and you never can tell. You're right. Mattingly just did not get the head of the bat out and his body into that ball. Carl Yastrzemski was great at hitting that wall for a left-handed hitter. He just bounced balls off it all day long.
And as a left-handed hitter, you really can't think about it. You think about it, it can destroy it.
Well, I think Carl thought about it his first time. He was that kind of hitter. Cecil Cooper, when he played here for just a little bit, and then they traded him to the Milwaukee Brewers, he was that kind of hitter. He could slice that ball off the wall and left.
Well, here's Winfield. Fly to left and walked on 4 straight pitches his last at bat. And he takes ball 1.
Now we'll see if Boyd comes inside the Winfield. That ball was down and away. Might have just showed him that to try to jam him inside.
Yep. 1-0 pitch.
He wasn't where Gedman wanted the ball. See Gedman moving in and giving that sign about on the knees inside. But the youngster missed the glove. You can get in trouble pitching in there if you miss. If you miss on a good part of the inside corner, of course, these big guys like it. You got to come way in if you're coming in. Way in off the plate.
2-0 pitch coming. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul down the third baseline. Winfield still trying to get a stroke down after an injury-plagued spring.
It's hard to miss as much of spring training as Winfield missed, and he figures he's about a week behind. Figures in maybe a week, 10 days, he'll be able to wait on the ball and still have a quick bat.
And just a freak injury. Fouls one off his foot and then falls backwards, lands in his elbow, and winds up in the hospital with a staph infection. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the foul.
Pitch like this pitch. Now he takes a little bit off a slider. Winfield's out in front just a little bit and fouls the ball back. That's a pitch that he likes. Out away from him and down. He can extend those arms easily on that pitch.
So Randolph's down at first. There are 2 men away. Willie leading away. Let's see if he goes. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Winfield goes down swinging for the Yankees in the bottom half of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit. There were no Boston errors. Nobody left through 4.5 innings of play. It is the Red Sox 5, the Yankees 2. We pause now for station identification.
Up 5 runs on 5 hits. He walked 3 and he walked 5 and struck out 3, and he walked in 2 runs in the 3rd inning. And he gave up the home run to Dwight Evans in the 4th after the 2-run home run by Tony Armas in the 2nd. So you're looking now at Bob Shirley, who will be pitching to Mike Easler, Tony Armas, and Billy Buckner here in the 5th inning. See the first 4 Red Sox batters in the 5th inning. 3 of those are left-handers. Spencer?
Okay, Shirley coming off a really good spring. Appeared in 9 ball games at an earned run average of 1.77. Gave up only 16 base hits in 20 1/3 innings. And he's got some tough people to face here. Mike Easler to lead it off for the Red Sox. 5-2 Boston. Easler singled, scored a run in the 2nd inning, crossing the plate on Armas's home run, and then walked in the 3rd. Outside, ball 1. And he also scored in the 3rd. So he scored twice, 1 for 1. Inside corner for a strike.
Shirley's most effective when he keeps the ball down. He tries to keep the ball down around the knees.
Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Mike Easler. Down low, 2-2. Yankees trailing 5-2. Outside, ball 3.
Of course, it's Shirley's job to try to hold the Red Sox there. The Yankees this spring have had some big innings.
Had a big one to close out spring training Saturday against Baltimore and Miami. This one fouled away. Count goes 3-2. Of course, that one of the key spots the Yankees looking to fill, someone to keep them close or someone to perhaps hold a lead until Dave Righetti can come on in the latter innings of the ball game. That one's going to be up the middle for a base hit for Easler. Just got his bat out in front of it on the 3-2 pitch, protecting the plate. And the Red Sox have their 6th base hit of the ball game and the lead runner on.
Ball's out away from Easler, and he waits well, doesn't commit himself, and just gets ahead of the bat out. That ball jumps off his bat. They call him the hitman here. Picked him up from the Pittsburgh Pirates last year and had an excellent year for the Red Sox at .313.
And here's another hitman, Tony Armas, who led the American League in RBIs last year. He's already homered today, but this time Shirley gets him to pop up. Willie Randolph at 2nd base makes the play, and there's 1 man away.
What John McNamara has done, Spencer, last year they had Rice and Armas batting back-to-back, and you and Phil were talking earlier. There were a lot of double plays with that combination, so he has split there, and he's put Mike Easler between Rice and Armas.
It's an incredible statistic, though, Bill, if you consider the first 5. Ernie Lombardi, you can understand. He's 6th, being up there in ground ball double plays. But people like Rice, Jensen, Bobby Doerr, Tony Armas.
Well, they're all big fellows who don't have speed, basically, and they're all pull hitters. For the Rice, although is not basically a pull hitter, but they all hit the ball hard on the ground, and you're going to find you get a lot of double plays in that situation.
Bill Buckner. 1-0 pitch, fouled away, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 1 man out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Red Sox are leading it by a score of 5-2. And Bob Shirley on in relief of Phil Niekro. Easler leading away from first. Left field, base hit. Ken Griffey will play it. And Easler will hold at 2nd. So 2 base hits for the Red Sox here in the 5th inning off Bob Shirley. And Boston has runners at 1st and 2nd with only 1 man away. And Shirley digging himself a bit of a hole here.
Against the left-handers. Easler led off with the bounce up the middle for the base hit. He got the tough Armas on a towering pop-up to Randolph and got a pitch away from Buckner, and he ripped it to left field.
Now we can talk all we want as we watch Rich Gedman coming to the plate about the middle inning pitchers keeping the Yankees close, but you can't let it get too far out of hand.
Well, that's what we mentioned earlier. It's Shirley's job to try to hold Boston, keep them at 3, and hope that the Yankees can come back and get a chance to use Righetti with a 1-run lead later.
Gedman 0 for 1, hit into a force play and walked. He fouls this one off.
Looks like the left-handers are looking to go to left field with Shirley. Gedman normally a pull hitter. Sometimes you have to let them see the ball on the inside corner when they're waiting and trying to do that. Got to show them the ball inside.
Outside. Count goes to 2-1 to Rich Gedman. His walk in the 3rd inning drove home the Red Sox 5th run of the ball game. Leading away from second is Easler. Buckner from first. There's only one man out here in the bottom of the 5th. Right field, base hit. Easler will come in and score as Dave Winfield slips down and moving all the way around to third. Here he comes toward the plate, and hung up is Bill Buckner. Buckner hung up, and Pagliarulo tags him out, and moving down to second is Rich Gedman. Buckner, for some strange reason, Willie Randolph had the ball in the infield. Buckner kept running.
Here it is again. This pitch is right down the middle, and Gedman rips it to right field. Winfield hurries. He figures he's got to play, but he'll slip down right here. Scoring easily. That's Easler. Ball's right to Randolph. Now alertly he sees Buckner try to sneak in behind Easler. They've got him trapped. And Weiniger makes a good play, gives him one fake right there, and then gives the ball to Pagliarulo, who makes a tag.
9-4-2-6 if you're scoring on that out, but an RBI for Rich Gedman. 9-4-2-5. Let's check that. Pagliarulo, the man who made the tag. Marty Barrett at the plate now. Takes a strike. Red Sox have scored once here in the 5th inning, and lead it now by a score of 6-2. They failed to score only in the 1st inning. 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, 1 each in the 4th and the 5th. Down low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
We keep saying in this ballpark 4-run lead is not enough. Many times. Rich Bordy out throwing for the Yankees.
But when you spot somebody 4, they get a chance to get 4 more also.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You'd rather be up 4 than down 4, right? Make them catch you.
Bob Shirley's given up 3 base hits in this inning. There are 2 men away. Some bad base running by Bill Buckner, and here's Marty Barrett. He's 0 for 2, fly to right, and struck out swinging. Willie Randolph at second. He slips down, but gets the throw off to Don Mattingly to retire the side, but not before the Red Sox come up with another run on 3 base hits. There were no Yankee errors, and 1 man left on base. 5 innings complete. Red Sox 6, Yankees 2.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are.
Far they lead by a score of 6-2 after 5. 6 runs, 8 hits, including a 2-run home run by Tony Armas in the 2nd off of Niekro, and a solo shot by Dwight Evans in the 4th. The Yankees have 2 runs on 4 base hits. Neither team has been charged with an error.
Well, we move down to the 6th inning, and Yankees are down by 4. It's 6-2, and Don Baylor will lead it off against Dennis Oil Can Boyd. Baylor 0 for 2, bounced to third, struck out swinging. Boyd has struck out 5. He has walked 4. Yankees jumped out to a 2-0 lead. on oil can in the second inning. Up high for a ball. Inside fastball.
That's where he wants to pitch him. That ball's not only inside, but is tailing in. It'll be tough for Baylor. He's really got to turn that left hip out quickly to hit that pitch. On spring training in the latter part, he had worked on hitting the ball inside. Now they're going to go away.
Too far away. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, he'll come right back inside, probably with the same pitch on the 1-1 pitch.
Two and 1. Popped it up. Gedman, tough play for a catcher, right behind the plate, and he drops the ball.
And it's lucky it's a foul ball because Baylor's still at home plate. Dave Phillips calling it foul. Baylor should have been on the move, but he stayed at home plate, and the wind brought that ball back, and it was almost a fair ball. That should be an error on Gedman.
That's about the toughest play for a catcher to make.
Here it is. The ball is up and in. Baylor gets ahead of the bat out, though, and pops it up and stays there. He's watching the ball. Gedman going back. In fact, Baylor figures he's out. He's walking away. Now watch Gedman back up. And this is an awfully close play on that line as he extends here. And the ball is foul because he touched it in foul territory. Might have fallen in fair territory, but he was touched foul.
So Baylor gets a life. Bounces this one foul down the first baseline, and the count holds 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baylor's kind of smiling about it. He knows he made a mistake.
Well, it turned out not a mistake, but I don't think he'll do that again. Not in this ball game.
Two and 2 pitch. Left field, base hit. Jim Rice will play it easily. And Baylor will hold with a single down the left field line. The Yankees' 5th hit of the ball game. The lead runners on base here in the top half of the 6th inning.
And Ryder once again. Baylor with a quick bat. That pitch was out over the plate. He could extend right there. Like the way Baylor's swinging this year. Last year he couldn't handle that ball in there well. But this year looks like he's a lot quicker inside.
This is Ken Griffey. Average-wise, he dipped down last year, Bill. Baylor.
Baylor, yes. Well, Don was upset. He didn't play as often as he wanted to play last year. He felt he could have been more productive.
Griffey hits it to right field. Dwight Evans, long run, makes the play. Baylor scooting back to first base. Gets back there in time. That sun bothering Evans just a little bit out in right field, but he makes the out.
Let's watch it. Pitch is out over the plate. Griffey opens up, but he doesn't get it all. Evans got a good jump. Made the put out.
So there's 1 man away, and Mike Pagliarulo comes to the plate. Pags 0 for 1. He walked, scored a run, and then hit into a line drive double play to first baseman Bill Buckner in the 4th inning. Hit the ball hard. Buckner made a good play, and Ken Griffey, off and running, was caught off first base. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I guess that's what he calls his backdoor slider or backdoor screwball. It's got good motion with it.
That one breaks outside also. 2 balls, 1 strike. Phil and I were talking just about the overall effect of that screwball on the arm, on the elbow.
Well, the way he throws it isn't. It doesn't really. As we look at Baylor, it doesn't really go down in a way that much.
2-1 pitch. Jammed him inside. Strike 2 swinging.
That's
2-2.
another one. Have you seen one of the later people to throw the screwball was Ruben Gomez. You might or might not have seen Gomez when he pitched for the Giants. He put a lot of pressure on his arm. He really threw that thing out there.
You played with Ruben, didn't you?
Yes.
Before you went to the Cardinals. 2-2 pitch. Shortstop Jackie Gutierrez to Barrett at second, to first for the double play. 6-4 to 3. Pagliarulo bounces into the double play, and the side is retired. For the Yankees in the top of the 6th, no runs, 1 hit. There were no errors, nobody left. Through 5.5, Red Sox still lead it.
Doing something. Baltimore's taking a 2-1 lead over Texas in the 6th inning, and Toronto leads Kansas City 1-0 in the 6th. Spencer.
Here's Jackie Gutierrez leading it off, lining it to center field for a base hit. Omar Marino plays it on the hop. And the Red Sox have the lead runner on here to start the 6th inning for Gutierrez, his first base hit of the ballgame. Here's Pagliarulo to close out the top half of this inning with a double play.
And this was the easy double play. Gutierrez to Barrett. Barrett seems to be off balance on his throws, but he had plenty of time there because Pagliarulo won't win too many races.
So the Red Sox have the lead runner on here in the 6th inning, and back to the top of the order in Wade Boggs. Boggs is 1 for 3, single to center, fly to left, and bounce to short. A pie. Ball 1-1-1.
We mentioned, Spencer, that Boggs very seldom hits a ball to the right side, but in this situation with the runner at first, sometimes he'll turn over and try to hit the ball past the first baseman holding the runner on.
Shirley throwing over to first. Bob Shirley on a relief of Phil Niekro, who went 4 innings. Up high, 2-1. Niekro got into control problems in the 3rd inning after a 1-out double to Dwight Evans. He proceeded to walk 4 batters to send home 2 runs. Oh, Shirley fell down.
Slipped.
Nearly, yeah.
On a curveball. Turns it loose here. Loses his footing. The ball stays high.
Three and 1. The count to Wade Boggs. Strike 2. Niekro also the victim of a 2-run homer by Tony Armas in the 2nd and a solo shot by Dwight Evans in the 4th. Full count, runners going, strike 3 swinging, throw down to Meacham, and they got him. No, he's in there safe. Went under the tag.
Well, you don't often see Boggs strike out, but he strikes out here. Looks like a slider from Shirley. Gutierrez gets a good jump. Weininger's throw is in the dirt, and the short hops to Meacham, who has to go up and get the ball, then get it down, and not in time. And Yogi Berra's coming out now. We might get Joe Cowley in here to pitch to Dwight Evans. Cowley's been warming up the last few moments. There's Yogi. And while he goes out there, we'll give you the one National League score we have. In the bottom half of the 5th inning, it's snowing in Cincinnati. It's no score. Montreal playing the Reds at Cincinnati. Steve Rogers for Montreal and Mario Soto for the Cincinnati Reds.
It's snow score?
Yeah.
You said it's snow score.
Snow score. Yep. And in the bottom of the 8th, it's Cleveland 4 and Detroit 3. Ernie Camacho's in there now for the Cleveland Indians. After 6, Baltimore leads Texas 2-1, and Toronto leading Kansas City 1-0 after 6.5. And we'll be right back from Fenway Park after this.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way.
That sound? Nothing like it in the world. Now, how else would you know opening day at the stadium is coming up?
Well, Scooter, if you had one of these Ivory Soap Yankee calendars, you'd know.
Well, you're right, White. I forgot all about Ivory Soap Yankee calendar weekend.
Saturday, April 20th, and Sunday, the 21st.
Every fan coming out that day gets a free calendar.
Tickets for all Yankee home games are available at the Stadium Advance ticket window.
Or at Tri-State Ticket World outlet.
Wait till you see the 1985 Yankees.
New York Stars and Stripes are flying again.
Now, the new Yankee pitcher, Spencer Ross, is Joe Cowley. Cowley relieved 5 times this spring for the Yankees and started twice. He replaces Bob Shirley, who went an inning and a third, gave up 1 run on 4 hits. Shirley struck out 1 and did not walk a Red Sox batter. So Cowley becomes the 3rd pitcher used by Berra behind Niekro, Shirley, and now Joe Cowley.
Well, Yogi bringing Cowley in to face the right-handed hitters, Dwight Evans, Jim Rice. And Evans has had himself quite an afternoon thus far. After grinding on a double play in the first inning, he doubled to right and then smacked the solo home run to left for the Red Sox 5th run of the ball game. So Cali pitching to Evans with Jackie Gutierrez leading away from second base, and the first pitch is down low for a ball. Cali started twice during the spring. Fastball in there, strike one. Red Sox lead it 6-2. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Chilly afternoon in Boston, and getting chillier in the infield with the shadows now hitting the infield area of the ballpark. Two and 1 pitch down low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike to Dwight Evans. Red Sox with a 4-run lead and looking for more. 3-1 pitch fouled away. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yankees open up at home next Tuesday against the White Sox. Mickey Mantle will be along to throw out the first ball. Two more games here in Boston Wednesday and Thursday, then on to Cleveland. We'll be with you Sunday afternoon with New York Yankee baseball. Pitch down low, ball 4. So Joe Cowley comes on, walks Dwight Evans. The Red Sox with runners now at first and second. That's Gutierrez down at second, Evans at first. And here's Big Jim Rice. Rice is 0 for 2, bounced to short, walked and scored a run, and struck out swinging. There is no action now in the Yankee bullpen. Left center field, way back. Marino watches it. Bye-bye.
Well, this Red Sox club can be awesome here at Fenway Park, and we just saw one of the strongest hitters in all of baseball take an easy swing and rip that ball into the center field seats for a 3-run home run. Watch his swing. See, cocks a bat. That's a nice, easy swing. He's strong. He doesn't. Watch this. Just that's pretty. That's all he does. Turns his wrists over. You see, you don't have to swing hard to hit the ball out of the ballpark. And that ball is into the fence, into the seats in center field.
Just about 400 feet away. And here's a bouncing ball to second by Mike Easler, who throws on, does Randolph to Mattingly for the out. But the damage done on the 3-run home run by Jim Rice. There are now 2 men away. And what's Joe Cowley's reaction?
Oh, my goodness. That was not too bad a pitch. It was away from Rice. So, and he just turned those wrists over.
Didn't let him pull it. Just hit it straight away for the 3-run home run. 2 men are out. Tony Armas now at the plate. He just takes a half swing. Randolph has time to make the play onto Mattingly in time for the out. But not before the Red Sox come up with 3 runs in the Jim Rice home run on 2 hits. There were no Yankee errors, and there was nobody left on base. Bill White and Phil Rizzuto will carry along with the final 3 through 6. Red Sox lead at 9-2 on the Citibank scoreboard. The score at the end of the 6th inning is Boston 9 and the Yankees 2.
Wednesday night, Elizabeth Taylor, Rock Hudson, and James Dean star in Giant. Don't miss Elizabeth Taylor, Rock Hudson, and James Dean in the sprawling Texas-sized epic Giant, Wednesday night at 8. only on Channel 11.
WPIX New York.
Irresistible Canon AE1 program.
John, I'm working. Can I have my camera back?
Just one more. It's hard to put down because it's so simple to use.
This Canon AE1 program's super. Just one more.
The program mode makes it easy to shoot like a pro.
Here, get to work.
Canon's AE1 program.
Keep drawing the ball.
So advanced, it's simple. Canon, the official camera of the New York Yankees.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it. Where you're going, it's make a love.
Where you're going, it's exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's make a love.
Butch Weiniger leading off for the Yankees here in the top of the 7th, with Boston leading 9-2 over the Yankees. Count on Weiniger's 2 balls and no strikes. Butch doubled in a run and scored a run in the 2nd inning when the Yankees picked up their 2 runs. He then walked in the 4th. But it's been all Bo Sox so far with the long ball. That's high, 3-0. And the Red Sox get a right-hander up in their bullpen. Bill White along with the scooter, Phil Rizzuto, who has been watching those long bombs off the bat of the Bo Sox hitters.
That Rice is strong.
And that's a strike. 3 balls and a strike on Weiniger. It'll be Weiniger, Meacham, and Moreno due up for the Yankees here in the 7th inning. That's a fair ball. Good play by Buckner. And there's one away. Billy Buckner comes up with another good play.
Boy, that was a look at Oil Can. I tell you, he is something.
Reminds a little bit of Mike Norris, the Oakland A's pitcher, when he first came up. He
How about the
bounced around
bird?
a lot, huh?
How about the bird, Mark Fidrich?
Yeah, he talked himself quite a bit.
Yeah. Now watch Buckner on this play. Diving catch, doesn't panic. Comes up on his knees and just flips to Oil Can. Yeah, Norris is back this year, isn't he, Bill?
Yes, he is back. He's not in the rotation for the Oakland A's, though. Bobby Meacham is the batter. He singled in a run and struck out, and tries to bunt for a base hit and fouls it off. The Red Sox have scored in each of the last 5 innings. They scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd to tie it at 2. They added 2 more in the 3rd to go ahead 4-2. Singletons in the 4th and 5th, and 3 on a 3-run home run by Jim Rice last inning. And they lead it by a score of 9-2.
Boy, that Oil Can is pumped up now, Bill.
It's got good stuff.
Yes.
Youngster, not awed by being up here in the big leagues. Got off to a bad start last year. Was 0-3. Went to Pawtucket, came back, ended up 12-12. That curve just missed. Hasn't thrown that too often, but he seems to throw it with 2 strikes.
Yeah, and he's got a good one.
Got Griffey on it earlier in the ball game, back in the 2nd inning. 1-2 on Meacham. Gutierrez turned the wrong way, but he'll make the play out in shallow left center. That's the Red Sox shortstop. 2 outs.
Surprising that he got to that ball after you mentioned he turned the wrong way, and it's very slow out there. You see the water coming up, but he makes the catch, reaching up.
Were you surprised by the snow on the ground this morning?
Oh, really? I'd tell you, 2 inches. I never thought they'd play a ball game. They were very fortunate.
Well, with 2 outs, nobody on, the batter's Omar Moreno. He bounced back to the mound in the 1st inning, grounded to short in the 2nd, and singled into right center field in the 5th inning. Now the Tigers have now come back against Cleveland. Tigers 5, Cleveland 4. That ball game in the 8th inning.
How about that no-hitter Charlie Huff is pitching and losing?
2-1 in the 6th.
Yep.
That's high to Moreno. 2 balls, no strikes. And taken for a strike. Toronto also leading Kansas City 1-0 in the 6th inning. That's Steve for the Blue Jays, but Black for Kansas City. Kansas City surprised a lot of people last year.
Yeah, it really did.
Popped up out behind second, shallow center field. Gutierrez again, the shortstop, and that'll retire the side. For the Yankees in the 7th inning, 3 up and 3 down after 6.5 innings of play here in Fenway. The Red Sox 9, the Yankees 2.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it. Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Where you're going, it's exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Now there's a whole new kind of CD from Citibank. And people just can't wait to catch its rising rate. Because not only will Citibank's 1-year adjustable CD never go below its opening rate, you get a rate that can really rise. So catch a rising rate. Fly into a Citibank branch today. This limited offer ends soon.
It's your city, Citibank.
We'd like to thank someone special for seeing us through the tough times.
Thank you, America. New York to LA. Thank you, USA.
You saw us through, so we're thanking you, America, with 8.8% financing on new 1984 and 85 Dodge Daytonas.
And we back you up with America's only standard 550 protection plan on U.S.-built cars and trucks.
Thank you, America.
So come on in and see how we'll thank you. Thank you, America.
If I heard right, Phil, the Orioles just broke up Charlie Huff's no-hitter in the 7th inning.
Oh.
I believe that we heard that over the PA system, but Baltimore still leading 2-1 in the 7th. Toronto's just changed pitchers.
And Kansas City, too, I think. Yep.
Yeah. Here's Billy Buckner leading off against Cowley, 7th inning. Red Sox lead 9-2. They have 9 runs on 10 hits. And it's a ball outside. Buckner has walked. It's also a walk forcing in a run in the 3rd inning. And he singled to left field in the 5th and got cut down trying to score from first base. It's 2 balls, no strikes on Buckner. Well, Black's still in there. At 46 is probably Cottle for Toronto since they paid him $1.5 million to. Of course, it could be Lavelle. 3 balls, no strikes on Buckner. We'll double check here. And there's a strike over the outside edge. It is Lavelle. Toronto clinging to a 1-0 lead. That game should be in the 7th inning. Mattingly has time, and he takes it and tosses high, but there's one down. Oh, Buckner bouncing out here, 3-1.
Yep, that sinker he hits on the ground. Mattingly gets on the heel of the glove, but gets it before it hits the ground. A little high toss to Cowley, but he's big.
With one down, this is Rich Gedman. He's forced a runner, walked forcing in a run, and singled in a run. So he's 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. And a strike. Yankees have another right-hander warming up in their bullpen. They have used 3 pitchers so far. A lot of off days, so Barrow will try to get as much work as possible. Especially the Yankees here down 7 runs. Into left, and Ken Griffey has a beat on it. 2 outs.
Number 17.
Here's Marty Barrett, the second baseman. Barrett had a fine year for the Red Sox last year when he replaced the injured Jerry Remy. He's 0 for 3 here this afternoon. He's flied to right, struck out, and bounced to second. Rumor around here, Scooter, is there's a possibility Remy might not play baseball again.
Oh, that'd be a shame. That kid had a lot of talent.
A strike to Barrett.
Barrett's the only Red Sox player who hasn't reached first base by either a walk or a hit.
Today?
Yeah, today. He had a lot of them last year.
Yeah. Hits the ball to the right side quite a bit. And he takes strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Barrett. He has a brother in the Yankee organization. Big Joe Cowley. A starter last year. Tried in relief this spring. Didn't really have a good spring coming out of the bullpen, but pitched well as a starter.
He doesn't like the idea of relieving.
It's a psychological adjustment.
Yep.
1-2 on Marty Barrett. In the bottom of the 7th, there are 2 outs, and the Red Sox lead the Yankees by a score of 9-2.
Took Righetti quite a while to adjust.
I'm not sure he is adjusted yet.
Oh, yeah.
He's adjusted physically, but I'm not sure mentally. That's low. Righetti's a nice kid. He'll do whatever you ask him to do.
Yep. Well, he was giving advice to Ojeda. Because they put Ojeda in the bullpen now.
What advice did he give him?
He says, make up your mind that you're going to be a relief pitcher. You won't worry too much. I guess he went through it, so he knows what it is.
It's 2-2 on Barrett. Pagliarulo at third base, and that'll retire the side. 3 up and 3 down. We've played 7. Boston 7, the Yankees 2.
When it's time to share a smile or to kick the 9 to 5, time for family, time for fun. You know it's time now for 11 Alive. Together we can catch the stars. Together we're gonna shine. It's time for 11. It's time for 11 Alive.
Show your style, relax a while, the way we used to do. Catching the players, spending the days with an old friend or two.
Together we can catch the stars. Together we're gonna shine. It's time for 11. It's time for 11 Alive. It's time for 11. It's time for 11 Alive.
Louisiana Lightning, Ron Guidry, one of the great pitchers in Yankee history. He's already 4th on the all-time Yankee strikeout list. The 3 men in front of him are all in the Hall of Fame. He's recorded more shutouts and strikeouts in a single season than any other Yankee pitcher. Ron Guidry is capable of anything. Many consider his record-breaking 1978 season the finest season of the century. Yankee baseball. Catch it on Channel 11.
Oh, Scooter, we've got a new pitcher for the Bo Sox here in the 8th inning.
Yep, big Bob Stanley, the ace reliever, will come on. An oil can who was the most effective pitcher distance-wise last year for the Red Sox, averaging 7 innings, pitched his 7 innings, gave up just 2 runs on 5 base hits, walked 4 and struck out 5. William?
All right, Scooter, and Bob Stanley will pitch to Willie Randolph, Don Mattingly, and Dave Winfield here in the 8th inning with the Red Sox leading 9-2. Randolph is walked. He's flied to right field, and he's forced a runner, so he's 0 for 2 in the game. And it's 2 balls, no strikes on Willie Randolph. Last year with the Red Sox, Stanley won 9, lost 10 coming out of the bullpen, and he picked up 22 saves. On the corner, 2-1. Well, it's final. The Tigers beat Cleveland 5-4. Seesaw ball game. Detroit took an early lead. Cleveland came back. And the Tigers won it 5-4 as Randolph bounces out 1-3. Stanley making the play.
Kansas City went ahead of Toronto 2-1 now, 7.
Don Mattingly has struck out. He's fouled out, and he's flied to left field. And he takes that sinker low. Fouled off past Gene Michael at third, 1-1. Well, the difference in the ball game so far, the Red Sox power, a 2-run home run by Tony Armas in the 2nd inning, a solo shot by Dwight Evans in the 4th. Both those home runs hit off starter Phil Niekro. Then a 3-run home run by Jim Rice in the 6th off Joe Cowley. Buckner to Stanley for the 2nd out on Mattingly. Yankees had a tough inning, Scooter, in the 3rd inning when Niekro walked in a couple of runs.
Yeah, he walked in. Let's see, he walked 4 men in that inning through 45 pitches. So
9 of those to Easler before walking in.
That's right.
Dave Winfield against Oil Can Boyd. Winfield flied to left, walked, and struck out. I think Dave feels he's about a week or so behind the pitchers because of his stay in the hospital with an infected elbow.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
It's a strike on Winfield. That's wide. The Yankees were 3rd last year in the American League East, a game ahead of the Boston Red Sox. The Yankees finished 87-75, Boston 86-77. Of course, the Tigers with 104 wins and 58 losses ran away with the American League East. 2 balls and a strike on Dave Winfield. Gutierrez, the shortstop. And that'll retire the side. 3 up and 3 down, an easy inning. And at the end of 7.5 innings of play, it's Boston 9, the Yankees 2.
We'd like to thank someone special for seeing us through the tough times.
Thank you, America.
We're thanking you, America, with 8.8 financing on new Omnis, Chargers, and Daytonas. With Thank You, America discount packages on selected cars, up to $500 cash back on selected trucks.
We're also thanking America with free Aries automatic transmissions to our dealers so they can pass along the savings to you.
Thank you, America.
So come on in and see how we'll thank you. Thank you, America.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it. Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Where you're going, it's exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Why, you Huckleberry, what are you doing with an umbrella?
It's a Citibank Yankee umbrella.
Yeah, but this is Florida. It never rains here. What are you looking for, a rain check? Oh, it is a beauty, though.
Sure is, and here's how to get one. Any fan who comes out to the stadium on Sunday, May 5th for the Kansas City Royals game gets one free. Tickets for Citibank Yankee Umbrella Day and all Yankee home games are on sale at the stadium's advanced ticket window or at Tri-State Ticket World outlets.
Still, it's silly to carry an umbrella down here.
Not during batting practice.
Participating advertisers in New York Yankee baseball are Toyota, who remind you to buckle up and use child safety seats. It's a good feeling. Exceptionally smooth Michelob, the beer of choice for people who are moving up. Where you're going, it's Michelob. Your Tri-State Dodge dealers who invite you to test drive Poetry in Motion, the 1985 Dodge Lancer, and buy the New York Yankees. Well, there's a new pitcher for the Yankees, Dale Murray, and as Bill White told you, Yogi's trying to get a lot of work for his pitchers because he's going with the 4-man rotation. Murray is the 4th Yankee pitcher. Joe Cowley worked an inning and 2/3, gave up 2 runs on 1 hit, walked 1, didn't strike out anybody. Bill?
All right, Scooter, and Murray will be pitching to Gutierrez, the shortstop for the Boston Red Sox. He's 1 for 3. with the run scored. Red Sox lead 9-2, bottom of the 8th. And that sinker is low. Do we give the attendance?
No.
34,282. High. 2 balls, no strikes on Gutierrez. Meacham out behind second. And there's one down.
I like the way Bobby Meacham's getting rid of that ball in a hurry. He's done that several times on these hops as we watch Meacham now. He used to take that ball and go back and try and throw overhand and make a lot of wild throws. Now he's getting rid of it in a smooth motion. Makes it easy.
I think infielders learn eventually they have more time than they actually think they have.
That's right. When you hurry the throw, you're in trouble.
Wade Boggs takes the strike. Someone told me that you used to just get him by
as the foot was coming down.
Yeah.
First baseman didn't like that.
Yeah, but they're out.
Yeah.
That's wide to Boggs. Boggs is 1 for 4 in the game. A single in the first inning. A rare strikeout last time up against Bob Shirley. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Wade Boggs. Dale Murray in relief of Joe Cowley, who relieved Bob Shirley, who relieved Phil Niekro. Meacham again. And there are 2 outs.
Well, in your interview with Clyde King, he said that Meacham in that last game made 2 outstanding plays, and I think all of a sudden this kid, he was a little confused, I think, this spring when Andre Robertson was going so good. He was worried because unfortunately Andre was injured. And
were you ever pushed by a shortstop when you played?
No, I was lucky. They
just late in your career, perhaps.
Oh yeah. Well,
Dwight Evans. Let's see, you played until 56.
Yeah.
Who took your place?
Kubek.
Tony Kubek. Evans has a double and a home run in 3 trips, and it's 1-1. After Kubek, it was Linz for a while, or Tresh?
No, Tresh after that.
Then he hurt his knee.
Yep. McDougal played there some.
Wide. 2 balls and a strike on Dwight Evans. Slicing down the right side, and it'll be foul. Now, you've seen quite a few shortstops.
Yeah.
Who would you consider the best shortstop that you've seen?
I would say Aparicio. I've
Louis
seen more
Aparicio.
American leaguers than National League, so it's not fair to me to judge National League shortstop.
Of course, you couldn't see number 10, could you?
Who's that? Oh, no.
That's you.
That's me. Yeah, right.
Well, the what'd you call him? The scout, Herb Gorn.
Herb Gorn.
Yeah. DiMaggio, Williams. A lot of people felt you were the best. Anyway, Randolph throws out Evans, and that'll retire the side. 3 up and 3 down. After 8, it's Boston 9, the Yankees 2.
The smash hit series, Private Benjamin, is back.
This woman's army is the real thing.
Army through and through, and I love it.
This woman's army is something else.
I hate guns.
And when they end up together...
Benjamin, can you drive?
Oh, sure. In fact, I got this cute little Mercedes.
Expect trouble with Private Benjamin.
Eileen Brennan and Lorna Patterson star in Private Benjamin, tonight at 6 on Channel 11. Dave Righetti, the stopper. He started off as the 1981 Rookie of the Year, and on July 4th, 1983, he pitched a devastating no-hitter against the Boston Red Sox. And last year, 31 saves earned him 3rd place on the all-time Yankee list for saves in a single season. The two pitchers in front of him, Sparky Lyle and Goose Gossage. In 1985, the sky's the limit for Dave Righetti. Yankee baseball. Catch it on Channel 11.
I'll never forget my first one, ever. It's something you dream about.
That's the day you want the ball. You can't miss that one.
It's a tradition that's even older than me.
Opening day at Yankee Stadium. Now that's excitement.
Get your season combination plan of single game tickets at the Yankee Stadium advanced ticket window, open 7 days a week, 9 to 5, or at Tri-State Ticket World outlets.
Be a part of it. 1985 Yankees.
New York Stars and Stripes are flying again.
Well, there's no game tomorrow. There's an off day. The Yankees play again Wednesday and Thursday. Go to Cleveland, then come home and open the season. Tuesday night, a week from tomorrow, rather Tuesday afternoon, excuse me, a week from tomorrow, when the Yankees meet the White Sox. And Mickey Mantle's going to throw out the first ball, so let's fill the house for the Mick. Bill?
All right, Scooter, and Don Baylor leads off against Bob Stanley in the 9th inning. Yankees are down 7. It's the Red Sox 9, the Yankees 2. Baylor has bounced to third, struck out, and singled sharply to left field. And the count is no balls and a strike. Oil Can Boyd went the first 7, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. Stanley getting some work. That's Boggs at third. Looks like he's coming along better defensively.
Yes, he used to make a lot of errors on throws. As you say, he used to hurry them. Now he's taking that extra hop and a step.
And there's one down. Here's Ken Griffey. Griffey has struck out, singled, and flied out. He's 1 for 3. Ken had a good spring, hit .429 this spring after being hurt. That's out of play. 1-1 on Griffey. Griffey seems to be running a lot better early.
Yeah, he really is. Not only the bases, but in the outfield, too.
Takes a while to get over knee injury.
Uh-huh.
One ball, 2 strikes on Griffey. Once again, the one final we have. The Tigers beat Cleveland 5-4. Baltimore's leading Texas 7-2. Charlie Huff had a check that. Baltimore 2, Texas 1 in the 7th. Charlie Huff had a no-hitter going through 6. And it's Kansas City 2, Toronto 1. That game in the 7th. Right here, it's 9-2 Boston in the 9th. Griffey down on strikes for the 2nd out. Like he's looking for a breaking ball.
Yeah, it looks like it goes down the way a little bit. No.
I was looking for a ball inside, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
He opened up and the ball went away from him?
Right.
Here's Mike Pagliarulo from Medford, Massachusetts. He has walked and scored. Hits a whistle in the air deep to left, and it'll be off the wall. And Pags will have a double.
Boy, that was a nice smooth stroke, Bill.
Oh, Pagliarulo gives his hometown folks a little bit to cheer about. Here it is again, Scooter. Here's that stroke.
Yep. Look at that. Looked right at the ball, hitting the bat. And Rice knows it's off the wall. He plays that left field wall real well. But no chance to get Pags.
Butch Weininger doubled in a run in the 2nd and scored himself. And this is going to do it if Barrett can make the play, the second baseman. And the ball game is over. For the Yankees in the 9th inning, no runs, a base hit. Pags left at second base. A final score, Boston 9, the Yankees 2.
I was
was spending big bucks sending big envelopes overnight express. Till I discovered Percolator Courier's Percolator.
Purolator Courier's Purolator.
Yeah, they don't charge extra for extra weight, so no matter how much paper you stuff in a Purpolator.
Purolator?
And no matter how much it weighs, it's still only $11.75.
People remember our low-priced Purolator's and Purapacks, but they have a little trouble with our name.
Thanks, Populator.
Purolator.
If you want to save money.
In third, an opportunity to move ahead here in the top of the fourth inning.
And Rudy Law is the batter. He sacrificed in the first inning, so he did not get credit.